Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another match preview. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Back after another win. Starting to get used to it, although it is a Conference League night, so standard business as always. But we have a big top four battle ahead of us. I know Aston Villa haven't been in the best of form. We're going to touch on everything leading into that match over the next 30 minutes. But yeah, another big 6-pointer for us. And with the Arsenal results, just happened 5-2 win over West Ham. We really need to get that victory because the goal difference is going to be a big factor in the placement of the league table over the next few games. But big up to everybody that's locked in. Shout out to our sponsors as well. Big up to Omely. With Omely, it's time to get in the game. Omely brings fans together like never before and lets them take center stage, whether you want to host a live show, jump in as a guest, listen in, or simply connect with other passionate supporters. Omely is the place where true football conversations happen. The game doesn't just belong to the pundits, it belongs to the fans. The more you engage, the more recognition you earn. So if you're ready to be a part of something bigger, download Omely today and let's bring football fans back home. Shout out to our sponsors, Omely. Shout out to everybody that's locked in. And last but not least, big up to my co-host, Kev. What are you saying, my guy?
Busy, man. Literally just got back. Been coaching for like 7 hours. Just got back in, straight to recording. Yeah, man. But it's all good, man. It's all good. As long as Chelsea are doing well, it makes me even happier. So hopefully a big win tomorrow against the Villa, and that could put us back up. Could potentially put us up to second place and going first day of December. Who would have thought that Chelsea would be second place? Potentially be second place. So that goes to show how far we've come from last season. It's a massive turnaround.
Yep. This time, like one of the guys said it in my chat perfectly when we were watching the West Ham game. This time last year, we were watching Arsenal versus West Ham, hoping that West Ham drop points. Now we're hoping that Arsenal drop points. Now it's good to just be back in this position. Obviously, we now have to do our job. I don't know if we get second this week, just based off the Arsenal game, because it's a goal difference thing. And these guys bagged 3 more goals. I think now we have to win by 3 goals against Villa to bring ourselves back into a position where we could be second. I don't think we get that. But it doesn't mean that we can't get second over the next few games because we've got midweek fixtures next week. And we go to a Southampton team missing 3 of their best players, all due to suspension. In the bottom of the table or somewhere around there. Arsenal go and face Manchester United. They're not going to have a car crash performance where they batter United. It's going to be a tight game. With us, hopefully, stat pad season. So if we do our job today, well, you guys will be watching this today. So if we do our job today, like we should put ourselves in the right position to go back to second by the end of next week. Southampton, Tottenham, light work. It should both be easy games. But we have to go through Villa first. Did you catch any of the Conference League game, by the way?
Yeah. I watched the 4 highlights. So watched quite a bit of it, to be fair. Not the best performance, let's say. But like I said, in the Leicester game, not the best performance then. But we're literally finding ways to win games, and we find teams are finding it difficult to score against us as well. And obviously, in that game, their 2 best chances, like we said. Which side did they come from?
Yep.
So when the chance where Disassi didn't react to it and he didn't sort his feet out, we all knew
there
what was
some
coming.
Dumb passes from him as well. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if him playing at right back has killed his confidence or not, but like, we need to dead this. Like, if you're bringing Achimpong back into the first team, just throw him in.
And the thing is, well, the geezer's got the captain's armband on, brother, as well. This is the captain of Chelsea, bro. The ball's gone out. Listen, have you seen that bit when the ball went out and he thought the ball went out and the other players got the ball running and put the cross in them? Have you seen that one?
Vaguely remember that.
I was just like, wow.
But I remember his performance. There was just dumb passes left, right, and center, and they were still prioritizing that right-hand side, which we know is going to happen anyway. And like, it is only Heidenheim. They're not going to do too much anyway. But just the fact that like even these smaller teams, all due respect, are taking advantage of that right-hand side. Play Gusto, play Achimpong, or play players that are comfortable or at the very least mobile in that position Disasi isn't mobile. And it's like we're just putting him out there and just killing his stock. The amount of times I see people talking about Disasi, like he's a scrub, he's terrible, get rid of him, he's crap. That's doing right back shifts. It's just killing his confidence, game in and game out. What's the point? You're sending him out there to fail. It's just because it's in the Conference League that there's no real emphasis on it. But then you see games like Newcastle in the Cup, and it's like, yeah, never again. Never again.
Newcastle in the Cup. It's not only his defensive awareness and his tracking and his reaction times in that position. It's if you want to play at the back football, which we all know we want to do, you have to, your right back has to be keeping the width. He's keeping the width no further than the 12-yard line. You see what I'm saying? He's that far inwards that the ball goes into the centre backs, into him, and there's no one out there to play the ball to. So what's the point doing it? You're just nullifying it. Like I don't get it. Like I cannot see this. I'm fed up of saying it. Why are we still playing Disasi at right back, bro? It's killing not only him, it's killing the whole team. You're putting the whole team with the pressure. You're giving other teams opportunities to play against him because look, Heidenheim, you knew what their plan was. All their crosses came from that side. All their opportunities came from the side. And me and you said it. We said, look, you don't have to be rocket scientists to say, you know what? That's Chelsea's weakness. All you're going to do is get your boys to press. Every time Disasi gets the ball, press. Every time you get the ball and you want patterns of play, put it out to that side because you know he's not going to react or get to the ball. So if you continue to play Disasi right back, bro, it's I don't even know what word to say. It's Pete, bro. I don't even know what word to say. I'm looking for the worst word possible, bro, right now.
I don't think we ever get knocked out of the Conference League. But if there was any stupidness that would put us in a position for that, it's going to be something to do with Disasi at right back. So please, for his sake and for our sake, let's just get it.
Stop it, bro. We've been saying this since we've been saying this now under 3 different gaffers, I think, haven't we? That Disasi can't play right back, bro. And we're still here now, 2 seasons along, and the people in charge now can't see it, but we fans can see it. We're not professionals, bro. Even we can see where the problems lay. So just stop it, man. Disasi, don't play right, but just play. I don't know who. Just bring some under 17 player in from the under 17s and play him right back instead, bro. I don't care.
Fuck it.
Even if I don't,
even if you don't re-sign, right?
Yeah,
you're just rising his value anyway. He's here till 2026. You can sell him off just those limited minutes that he has, probably for more money than what you would get if it weren't the case.
Yeah, precisely. There you go. Like, there's going to be a team. If from what I've seen, he could do a number at most mid-table clubs. So why not just give him opportunity? Like look at Lamperty. Lamperty had minimal time with a Chelsea shirt. Done well in the games he played. Brighton come up with an offer. Gone. Profit. So Chelsea should be thinking that I don't really want to get
one start. No, one bench appearance or something. Right?
Lamperty didn't play much, bro. But I remember he played that one game was enough so everyone was like, wow, he's so quick and like it was just rapid, and everyone was like, yeah. And next thing you know, Brighton to come in and he's gone there. So it's doing Chelsea no favours with this situation. Achimpong, he needs to be back now. He needs to be the second choice right back because obviously we all know James is out till next year now. Obviously, we didn't speak about that in the last preview, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah, no, neither we did. But I wanted to touch on one other thing in that game as well.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing that everyone's been talking about. Goalkeeper. Finally, like, I think that was the performance that Jorgensen needed. Because I think people just need to see, like, a standout Jorgensen performance. Because I guess it's easy to say he's better than Sanchez just because Sanchez is crap. And we've seen enough of Sanchez. But I guess people hadn't seen enough of Jorgensen. Now it goes without saying. We've seen his level. It's better than what Sanchez is giving us. He's a shot stopper, but he's a smart passer. I would love to say play him tomorrow. He's not going to play tomorrow, though. But I think he's shown enough reason why he should be.
I saw the stat. There's not been a goalkeeper who's made as much saves in one game ever. He made the most saves in one game in the whole Chelsea's history, I think. Sure, that's correct.
I don't know. I won't even front.
Yeah, something the lines of that. But he broke a record anyway for Chelsea. We've been saying it for months. Just give the guy a crack. And since he's put on that number one jersey for Chelsea, I can only remember Newcastle away, which he had a bit of a dodgy performance, but that wasn't all on him. I think that was the defense putting him under pressure by kept on passing the ball back to him and not making his day easy. But for me, this guy has to start. There's no point in talking about it, Lou. It didn't take. I didn't have to see that performance against Hibernian for me to make that judgment on him to be the number one. Sanchez is that.
I know it's annoying that people even needed that, but
nah, I don't need that. I don't. Bro, look at it, man. Like Sanchez for 2 seasons has been bozo, bro. Like I don't need to see. I don't need to see it, bro. We already know that he should be starting anyway.
Why is he gonna start tomorrow? Because that's just like I'd have no worries going into the game. Because if we touch on the Villa preview and everything, Villa are not in good form at all. They haven't won their last 7 not league games. They haven't won their last 7 games in general. Their goal tally has dried up compared to last season. It's like 10 less goals now compared to this time last season. The defense is kind of the same. Only 2 less goals conceded. So it's not really been too much of a problem. But their tactic was more, you might score, we're going to score more than you. We'll outscore you. This season, it's not really the same. And if I had Jorgensen in goal, I'd be like, yeah, they definitely ain't scoring. Sanchez in goal, I'm now thinking there's going to be a dumb moment. There's going to be something stupid, and we just have to have the lead by the time that point comes in, because I expect Emery to be very pragmatic going into this game. We know what he's like away from home. And the defense ain't their problem.
They're just going to counter us. That's what we're going to do.
If we do something stupid, it's difficult.
Is that tactically smart with his approach? He's like against the weak oppositions, he'll press them and he'll get the ball up. But against us, he knows that we're going to keep the ball. They'll probably sit in the shape, sit in 2 banks of 4, and we all know they've got the pace with Rodgers, Bailey, Watkins on the transition to get him behind. A bit like last season, where they scored 2 goals at the bridge through counter-attacks from Watkins and Bailey, and BRB got him behind us. So I can see it being a similar thing that we're going to do tomorrow. But Chelsea are a lot more disciplined in the way that we are in transition going that way anyway. So it's not going to be the same kind of game as last season. But if they really wanted to press us and put us under pressure, they can. And that's where there's a Bozo Sanchez moment in the game where you believe he's going to give the ball away to them. And Villa, you all know that they're a clinical team. They've got class players. Watkins doesn't need many opportunities. Rodgers in the form that he's in doesn't mean the opportunities. Bailey, they've got numerous players that can kill you off. So
Bailey's not been in great form this season, though.
Yeah, but come on, like he's still a class player. Let's be real. But yeah, we can't afford to give them opportunities. And with Sanchez in goal, we all know there's going to be one moment at the game where he's going to give away a penalty, or he's going to kick the ball to an opposing player, or he's just going to keep kicking the ball into touch and giving them throw-ins and the silly moments where we don't need to be doing this. We need to be, if you want to play at the back football, you need to be retaining the ball. This is what playing at the back football is about. If you're playing at the back football and your keeper's giving the ball away, why are we doing it, brother? There's no point doing it. We might as well just hoof it up and play that kind of football. I just don't get it. So it's going to be a moment where it's going to cost us. And I feel like tomorrow, I don't want to jinx it because we jinxed it last time, brother, against was it against United? We jinxed
Which one where it's like we have to win or what?
No, we jinxed it against United and said Sanchez is going to be the reason why we drop points and he fucking give away a penalty.
We said that United and Arsenal, both games.
Yeah, so I just
hope, here we are.
I just don't want it happening. Let's be real, Villa are there for the taking. You got to
think so. That's not a jinx, because when we're saying it's going to come down to one individual, and it's always that one individual, we're not taking the blame. We are not taking the blame for him. That's just on you, bruv. Robert Sanchez, you're the problem. And I hate that I'm digging out a player like this anyway, pause, but like, bruv, you're the problem. is when the team's playing this well, it's very easy to find someone who's making the mistakes because everyone else is doing their job. Defensively, I think we've been a lot better the last few games. It always comes
Yeah.
down to a goalkeeping mistake. Even against Leicester, that penalty was savable. It was right at him. He even got hands to it and it still went through him. Can't help him. Clean sheet was right there. And even before that, he was still giving away some dodgy passes. He put Caicedo under pressure. I think he got a dumb yellow from that. Or from the silly pass. And it puts our own players under pressure and it unsettles the team.
That's what it is. I just, it's a bit like the Reece James situation, bro. I'm just fed up of talking about it. I'm fed up of talking about Sanchez. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's done. He must be doing something to the board. It must be, what's it called? Todd Bowley's daughter's chapel. Something. I don't know what he's doing, bro. He must be doing something to keep the number. For 2 seasons, brother, yeah, we've got rid of Petrovic, we've got rid of better keepers, we've got a better keeper in the squad, and he's still number one. I just don't know what it is, bro. Why is he still number one?
I don't get
I just
it.
don't know. I've had enough of it though, brother. I just feel like if he starts tomorrow, I'm expecting that error. I'm expecting the ball to be passed into the poles. I'm just expecting it. I'm going to be watching the game tomorrow, and I'm not in shock anymore. We just expect it on a weekly basis, don't we? That's what it is.
On other areas of the pitch, though, what do we expect the wing pairing to be for this game? Because Neto's now back. Sancho had a sensational performance against Heidenheim. Obviously, we expect it, but it's good to see him to just live up to the standard. João Felix had a great performance on the left against Leicester, and
it was more of like his position. It was weird because against Leicester, he wasn't fully out to the left though. He was coming inside. Palm was going outside. There was all interchanging against Leicester. That tactical plan against Leicester was to stop positions because I think we all knew Leicester was going to sit in shape. So the more you keep swapping positions, it's hard for them to pick up a man. So Enzo was coming in, coming back out, and then Felix was coming in, occupying his space, coming back out. Then Palmer was coming in, picking. So there was no clear left winger, there was no clear attacking midfield. I think it was all those three players was interchanging. But I think against Villa, I'd be more structured. For me, in answer to your question, it'd be Sancho and Neto. It'd have to be.
I want Sancho and Neto as well. Like Noni, I don't think he was terrible against Leicester, but I think he got worse. And I also think Neto's giving me more. Sancho's giving me more. The thing I like about the pair of them too is that they both can play on either side of the wing. So if things are starting to get a bit stale, switch, and it refreshes both of them. We did that to Neto against Arsenal. He was cooking on the left-hand side, starting to dry out a bit, throw him on the right, equalizer. Just like that. So
that's smart. It's smart. Yeah, that's what Robin and Duff used to, I don't know if it's a bit before your time. Robin and Duff.
Robin, yeah, they could both do the left and right side anyway. I just never got to see it enough in practice.
Yeah, I used to watch. That was my Robin and Duff.
And the thing is, both of them do the defensive work as well. And like you can tell Maresca really values defensive work rate in the wingers because that's the only reason why Noni's been starting so much.
Yeah. So it's Sancho and Sancho for me personally. If we can get him and Neto up to the expected level, what we want them to be, they are probably two of the best wingers in the league on their form. Man, come on, we've got to be. They are. So why not? I think we've been saying it for a few weeks now. With Noni, he gets the balls into the areas, and his end product is not there yet, bro. We've got to be real. The end product, he's got all the trickery, all the pace, all the energy to get into the position. But when he gets there, I don't think he knows what he wants to do with that. If he wants to cross or shoot, he gets stuck into your minds. Where Neto, it's just touch, bang, shot, touch, cross. With Sancho, it's a bit of trickery, find a player. Noni is
he likes to slow down the game a bit more, but his weight of pass is just
there you go.
Always.
Noni is not quite there yet. And we've been saying it for a few weeks now that he needs to be dropped in the fallout. This is the time now. Sancho and Neto are firing, start them both with Parma, and I think Villa will have problems tomorrow against Bowles 3 behind Jackson.
Definitely, because I know we're scoring. I'm not worried about that. It's just the amount and what position are we by then. Like, I want us to take the lead first. Don't give Emery any incentive to drop back. Otherwise, this game's going to get very, very tricky for us. Even if I think we can handle that and break them down, I'd rather us not be in that predicament. Get the early goal. Because we have to get this home record up as well. It's still been surprisingly a bit stale at home. And we kind of need to rise that up a little bit more. So,
yeah,
big game for us. Really, really big game for us. But Villa are there at the right time. We can't start faltering now, because this is the run of games where we were eyeing up and we were saying, here's where we can do something. Start the season, bit iffy. The October to November international break was always going to be the most tricky run. Now I'm looking at the games we've got. We shouldn't be losing up until Man City, which is late January. And if we are serious and we can build that run up, then boy, don't know where we'll be.
I feel like this is tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the start of the way we want to go now. This is the start of this is the point where we see where this Chelsea is. If we win tomorrow, we can now say, hands on the heart, that we are not quite in a title race, but we're not far off from. And this is the game where it's the Villa there for taking.
We moving in silence.
Yeah. They started their strongest team on Wednesday against Juventus. We started our second team, and the majority of them didn't even travel to Germany on Thursday. We're at home. There's no excuses. We've got a fully fresh selected team. Is Gusto? We're going to team selection. Is Gusto available? We'll talk about that after. But
Gusto's back. Gusto's back.
So there you go. Like, there's no excuses now. This is the game where, if you want to show yourself as Champions League contenders, you go and beat the other teams that are in and around here. Because Villa, they're going to be in and around the Champions League place. We open up, I think, a 5-point gap between ourselves if we win. We go into second place because we Liverpool will beat Man City tomorrow. We go second place. Look if that does for confidence now. Got Southampton midweek. Go and beat them, and then we go. I think this form starts with a draw or loss tomorrow. It knocks us back a peg. With a good win tomorrow, the lads can say, you know what, we are serious now. This is. I think all the fans now will be like, you know what, this is serious. Chelsea, we back, and I will be. I don't think we're back yet, but a win tomorrow. But that can be the time where I say, you know what, Champions League, it's in our hands now. So hopefully the lads step up and go and do it.
Facts. Well, what's your score prediction, bro?
I said 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. All right, cool. I'm going 3-1 because I think we're conceding. I'll be real. As long as Sanchez is in goal, I need to see the clean sheet to believe it. All due respect. But yeah, I still think we're winning. We've got more than enough firepower to deal with Aston Villa. I don't think they got enough for us, but we'll give them something. But we'll see what happens. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in, though. Hit the like button, subscribe on your way out. Check out everybody on their Twitters. Links is just down in the little headline on the bottom left.
I don't do Twitter. It's just Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I'm not on there.
Smart. Very smart. That app can be toxic on the best of days.
I don't said it before, brother. It's I don't know what the hell it's about, bro. It's mad.
Bro, it's got worse. It's got worse. It's got way more racist, and it's a madness. But I'm still there. So if anyone wants to follow, swim with the sharks and all that. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Like, subscribe. We had better be back after a win. Up the chart.